this is my first live stream, right? I'm at a mall, I'm at a restaurant, I'm working here for today, and there were, I had certain things on my mind that I had to just let out. So as you've read, let's talk a little bit about work, well, not just work-life balance, but just life balance, as a whole. Is it BS? Because I hear a lot of people debating about, whether this whole balance thing is BS or not. And like I said, I haven't heard it from the point of view that I'm about, or from the perspective that I'm about to tell it to you from. Okay, so let's just imagine for a second, right? I apologize for the shakiness. I'm holding my phone here. Let's just imagine for a second, right? Most people have 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, right? 2 eyes, you know what I'm saying? And I want you to imagine, what would your life be like right now? Not if you were born like this, but right now, one less arm, right? Or 1 less leg. Now you have 1 leg instead of 2. Now you have 1 arm instead of 2. Or maybe you have 1 eye instead of 2, right? How would your life be from now onwards? I can tell you, it's gonna be hectic. I'm gonna take my glasses off because the reflection is messing this video up. It's gonna be hectic because you're so used to walking with 2 legs and so forth and so forth. It's gonna be very hard for you to cope with life, with work, with anything, with your relationship, right? With everything. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I started thinking today about this whole balance thing, and I was like, is balance necessary? Finding balance in life, is that really necessary? And if so, how do you find balance in life? Because first of all, life is incalculable, right? So anything can happen. You can have your day or your actions planned out to the T, but you can't plan life out. It just happens, right? Without any warnings, without any memos, it just happens. So it's kind of hard to find balance in that point, from that sense. And from that point of view, that's where I personally say it's BS. You can't find balance. It's just impossible. You just can't. It's impossible. You just can't. What we should be talking about is another word altogether. Maybe finding some kind of moderation, maybe, but not balance, not in life. That's impossible, because life just happens, man. You can have like I keep saying, you can have your actions planned out. You can know exactly what you need to do, when you need to do it, and so forth. When you need to spend time with your friends, with your loved ones, whatever. You can have those certain things planned out to the T, but not life. There's no, you just can't balance. There's just certain things that you can't balance. So now, and by the way, comment, you can comment if I'm talking BS, or if you have, or if you want to let me know about your own idea of what you think about this whole work-life balance thing. Anyways, and I was thinking about something today, and I spoke to someone about it, and I was like, a lot of people, even us sometimes, maybe even you and even I, we give, and then we take once in a while, and then we give, and then we take once in a while. And I was like, I don't understand why we do that. And I was saying to my friend, and I said, you know what, I think that's what causes us frustration and stress sometimes, is because we give so much of ourselves and we take so little. Now, let me qualify this. By take, I don't mean it the way that a lot of people think. They always like saying you need to give more than you take. But how can you, first of all, you can't give something you don't have. So you need to take something first in order to give it. But if all you do is give, and take once in a while, you're going to run out of stuff to give. So this is where you can find balance, in giving as much as you're taking. And you can apply this, it's a principle. And you can apply this principle to almost anything in your life, where you're not just giving and taking less than you're giving. and you're not just taking more than you're giving. It has to be balanced. And I can give an example of this. Maybe in your workplace, wherever it is that you work, your manager, your whatever, maybe your department, or your company as a whole, your organization, maybe they're not too keen on helping you, with coaching, or getting you guys, taking you to workshops, and helping you to grow your skills and so forth. So they're taking, but they're not giving, right? You can take, by the way, you can take and you can keep and not give, or you can take and give. A lot of companies and organizations, and I've seen them, a lot of them take and they keep because they don't want to give. But that's where we're losing the plot, you see, all of us. You don't understand that if you take and keep it to yourself and you don't give to someone else or whatever, and you're not doing the giving, but you're doing the taking and keeping, you will never grow. You'll never grow as a human being, number one. You'll never grow as a department or organization, number two. Growth will continue to evade you if that's how you're going to live life. So what I'm trying to say is, you need to take and you need to give. Whatever you take, you need to give. Now, a person might say, okay, then when do you get to keep anything for yourself, right? But the thing is, whenever you take and you give, and I don't know how to explain it, because there's no way to explain it, but you end up getting at the end of the day. You end up getting something for yourself, even though you're giving. And it's hard to explain, but you end up getting something that satisfies you, that helps you, whatever it is that you need. You end up being replenished. You end up getting whatever it is that you need, even though you're giving still. I hope I'm making sense. This is very impromptu, by the way, and it's my first live, so I'm just saying certain things that are in my head and that I've been thinking about today. So be the kind of person, be the kind of manager or boss, whatever. Be the kind of person who gives as much as they take. Otherwise, you're gonna run out of stuff to give. Or you won't have, or rather you'll have stuff to give, but you're gonna run out of opportunities to give, and because you're not giving anything, and you're gonna end up with the guy or the girl who has stuff to give but doesn't give. And because of that, your well is gonna run dry. You know what happens to a stream or a body of water when the water is stagnant and it's not free flowing and it's just sitting there, ends up stinking, and it ends up being a home for some bad stuff, right? Some smelly stuff and creepy crawlies and so forth. So don't get infected because you're not giving. Give what you have. And you can apply this principle into anything and everything in your life. Give what you have, the knowledge that you have, the encouragement or whatever it is that you have. Just like what I'm doing right now. Just like exactly as some of you need to, start your own YouTube channels, and some of you need to, come up with some speeches. There's something that you have that can greatly benefit someone. But unless you get to the point where you're willing to give, you'll never know the amazing feeling that comes with giving, number one. And number two, you'll never grow to the point where you want to and where you should because of that. So, for that reason, be a giver, but also be a taker. Take and give. Take and give. Take and give. And that's it for me. That's it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And thank you very much for listening and watching. And I'll see you guys soon, and I'll be uploading a lot of videos frequently. I'm going to give you guys some amazing, awesome content. It won't always be live, but I'll get you some amazing stuff. So thank you very much. Don't forget to visit my website at webstersenasi.com. Have yourselves an amazing, amazing time. And don't forget, your dreams are worth it and they're possible. Alright, I'm outie. Now, I'm struggling to end this thing. I don't know how to end it. There we go. Alright, bye everybody.